What high school did you go to?
Halifax County High School.
Okay, and so now at the time, like, so this is when you started to really own your niche. Okay, so so now we're getting somewhere. And
Mhm.
so now at the time, did you enter into any type of contests or any any competitions? Like, did you like push it at that time or
No, no. I took
your
theater
work?
arts in high school. Um, I tried out for plays and never got it.
Mm,
And I made a vow then. I said, if I ever have a production company, I would rarely do auditions. I would let anybody who has a dream to act come to my set. I made that vow, and that's the reason why. Because I was passionate about acting. I really wanted to do it, but because of who you had to be certain people to get
right.
into the
Absolutely.
theater art club in this town.
Yes. Yes.
So I was like, okay. So I made that vow. If you want to do it, I will give you the opportunity. And that's why I do that. I know a lot of people, not to touch on it early, but a lot of people talk, oh, she needs some new actors. Y'all don't know what I promise people. You don't know what I
Mm,
promised God. So my vow is to him and not y'all. So
mm.
it's,
You better
that's just
tell it.
that's where I'm at with it. So I can care less about, oh, he's not a great actor. She's not a great actor. We don't care about what y'all say in those comments because I know what I'm doing for those people. And if you notice, I use the same people because those people are trying to do something. They're getting somewhere. And if you can't see the growth, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Right.
So I made vows to the people that you see with me. And those people that with me, they really want to do this. They want to pursue. They share the same passion I do. So that's my pact I made with them. And so it is what it is. But yeah, they to be in the theater arts. Well, I was in theater arts and I won a monologue. I did a monologue. I don't even remember the title of the monologue, but I won first place. I think I got $100 or something like that. But yeah, I used to. The passion was acting. That was my first passion, but I didn't know that it would blossom into all of this at once.
Yes.
I
And
didn't.
we're gonna get into all of that because I definitely want to know how it
Yeah.
blossomed, and I definitely looking forward to hearing about that
Okay.
transition. So yeah, but thank you for that segue though, because I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna work on that. So during high school, that's when you owned your craft and you started writing and did you so you didn't direct any plays in high school, like you didn't or, you didn't do none of those things, you just kept it like kind of hidden a little, not hidden, but you kept it more to
Well,
yourself at that
my
time.
my theater my theater art teacher, she saw something in me. But like I said, in my little town, it's who you know. It's
Yes.
not talent. And so it is what it is. So it's not that I was hidden. It was just that I wasn't going to come to me.
Right.
It wasn't going to come to me, and it was okay with it. I was okay with that because I knew my time was coming, even if I had to
Hmm.
get it out of the mud. So, but no, I wasn't hidden. I really wanted it. She knew I wanted it. So I went through high school. I think I got 100. I think I didn't even get like a 99. I got 100 in that class. I was very
Mm.
serious about theater arts. Very, very serious about it. So, but yeah, I didn't hide it. It's just, I know that when a teacher you say, "Oh, you didn't graduate, and what you guys gonna do?" And I used to be like, "I'm gonna be on TV." That's all.
Oh,
I,
and you still okay, you was
yeah,
determined, like you still on that TV thing, huh?
yeah, I'm gonna let that go. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna let that go. So that's kind of like what I would always answer them with. Every teacher asked me, I'd say the same thing. At first, I was saying cosmetology because I used to, I love the makeup and all of that. So that was something
Right.
that I love. But that don't mean I'm not going to do it.
Right,
That's not
absolutely.
my first love. So, but yeah, I kept it pretty much the same. I'm gonna be on TV. Y'all gonna see. That's
You're
pretty much
gonna
what
see.
I would say. Yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah.
let me ask you, Delinda. So, other than theater arts, like what are some of the other things that interest you in high school, and what was another? Because that's a whole level of self discovery as well. As far as I know, you told me your self discovery in junior high, but there's a different level of self discovery in high school. What are some of the takeaways that you've carried with you from high school? Did you start dating? Did you really start feeling yourself even more? I'm sure you have, but yeah, let me get more of the high school stuff.
Oh, high school was. Mm-mm. High
Oh.
school wasn't all that great for me.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like I told you before, I was a social butterfly, and I endured a lot in high school from females. And um we had something called class day. And this and to the class that I graduated in, I don't care if they, oh, she's still holding on to that, but I want them to understand something. I was never what you called me. We had something on class day, and what they gave you they gave you awards. Not
Okay.
like academic awards, just awards that your peers give you.
Like most likely to, like that type of
Yeah,
thing?
that.
Oh, okay.
And they gave me she thinks she's all that.
Oh, mm, not
And
surprising.
I couldn't
Mm-mm.
believe that they gave me that, because I was like, even the guys, my friend guys, they was like, that ain't you, Delinda. I said, I know. So I'm a little confused as
It's
to why.
their insecurities.
I was like, why would y'all give
Hmm.
me, she thinks she's all that, when I don't even act like that? The people who really know me, I would give you the shirt off my back. I would never ever even it, they thought, oh, she thinks y'all that. Back in the day, you would say, some guys would say I was attractive. Okay.
Hmm.
Popular because I'm attractive. Okay. So that's the only reason why I would think that they thought that, because I never carried myself like that. Never ever carried myself like that. Now, when I got into high school, I did dress a little better because I had a job. But I just because I cared about how I look does not mean
Right,
that.
right. But that's, yeah. But like girls don't see it that way. They do not
But
see
my
it that
mom
way.
taught me maintenance. So
Yeah,
what are you
yeah,
talking about? She taught her
yeah.
girls maintenance, not to act like we were vain, but when you go out, make sure you look good. Don't be looking a mess, you know. And so I think that with them doing that to me, it really upsetted me. I didn't cry because you won't get that out of me, but it upsetted me because I was like, y'all, why would y'all give me this
Where'd I
award?
get that from? Yeah.
Be for
Mhm.
real. And I remember talking to a guy friend of mine, and he was like, Kate, don't worry about that, because I know you definitely don't act like that. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, I'm not worried about it, but the whole class, the whole 500 some students, I think it was like five.
Yeah. I tell you, and it's just as always our own people, like the insecurities, it's all about projection. But we went, some of us back at that time in high school, we wouldn't know at that time because now, or it could be jealousy, it could be a lot of factors that play a part. But when it comes to women, us as women, we
Yeah,
are we're so divisive. But
it's
but I'm
terrible.
a, yeah, but you know what? And that's okay. You know what, Delinda, when you have those type of individuals, those type of women, and I'm not a cusser, but I'm a have Billy Porter help us out here.
Okay. Oh my God.
And, yeah, just hey, you
That's
know,
serious.
so that so sometimes you just have to dismiss it with dismiss the hate with that. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my high school wasn't all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just kept it strong. If I graduate, I know what I'm about to do when I leave. So it was a blur. It wasn't
Right.
exciting. It just wasn't exciting.
But it's just unfortunate, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
And as you know, and you and I know you know this for yourself that you have women at their big ages that
Yeah.
still
They still,
carry these. We see it on reality TV all the time. We still have women that carry on these insecurities and this cattiness towards other
yes,
women. Yeah,
yes.
so we need to stop
Insane.
that. We need to do better. We need to do
We need
better.
to uplift each other and stop
Hmm.
being jealous of one another. Get real. Be for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because there's no need for that. There's no
Yeah.
need for that. Yeah, but I'm sorry that the high
Oh
school
no,
that experience. Yeah, you
look where
good? Yeah, he's like I'm good.
I ain't worried about them at all. I
Yeah,
mean,
good, good.
when I was graduating years ago, but it stuck with me because I'm like, the whole class think that is insane. Come on, be for real.
Of course, and you have the right to your feelings. I mean, because I'll be hurt by that too. Like, wow. I mean, well, that's how you really feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but they're entitled to their opinions because opinion is not fact.
No.
An opinion is like a butthole. Everybody has one,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you take it. And
Hmm.
so after high school, right after high school, where did you go from there? Right after high school.
Oh my God. So right after high school, the day of graduation, I met my first husband.
Oh, right. You said day after graduation. How
Well,
did
the day,
that?
the
Yeah.
day,
How
the
did
day
that
of
happen? Yeah,
graduation.
yeah. Tell me more about that.
Oh my God. He was he was bouncing at the graduation party. He was older than me. He was 25, I think. I can't remember. He was like
Oh,
6.
that's even more. That's intriguing already. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so he the guy that I was dating at the time in high school was not in school. He wasn't in school. So he was supposed to pick me up from the graduation party and he wasn't answering the phone.
Mm.
So the bouncer, my ex-husband at the time, he was like, I was like, oh my God, I ain't gonna know how to get home. I'm gonna get home. I wasn't driving. And he was like, I'll get you home. I was like, no, you're not.
Right.
Even though he was very handsome, I was like, no, you're not gonna take me home. And he was like, yes, I am. He said, if you ain't got no way, I'll get you home. I ain't gonna hurt you. I said, okay. So I kept calling my main boyfriend 1,000 times, like, where are you?
Mm, 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 mm.
Right when I was about to get into my ex-husband's car, he pulls up and I'm like, you're late. And he was like, come on, what are you doing? And he thought he saw me about to get into the car with the stranger. And he, took me. But the one I was in a relationship with in high school, he was so back and forth, and we ended up calling it quits.
Right.
And then my ex-husband found me where I worked.
Mm.
And he
How did
came
he
to
find you? How did he find you?
a little town child.
Oh, I'm about to say, a stalker much?
No. It was, you're gonna find me because the town is so small. So
Got
he
you.
couldn't help but bump into me. So I was working and he came into the store and he said, can I have your phone number? I saw you the other night, da, da, da. And I was like, sure. Because I was already over the boyfriend anyway, because
Right.
much. So I got his phone number and I never used it because I was still in a relationship with the guy from high school. And then something was just in me was like, let's call this quits, the one in high school. Because like I said, he was not in high school with me. He was older. So I just felt like he wasn't giving me what I needed. So I broke it off with him. And then one day I was just like really sad at home. One day I was bored. And like I said, I don't have a car. This guy had a car. So I text him. At the time, texting was there. It was like the old fashioned text. I texted him. I was like, you want to go to the movies? He was like, who is this? And I told him who I was. He was like, okay, yeah, send me the address. And I sent the address. He came and picked me up. We went to the movies. And then we was together. And so right after that, that's when we got married. I got married early. And
Okay.
yeah, so we got married. He knew he wanted to marry me as soon, we spent probably I think we spent like 2 months together. It wasn't very long. It was crazy. I should have never did that. But we had fun together. And so the 2 months turned into, we got married and we had our daughter. And yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot
And,
going on.
and so with that experience, what did you learn about yourself? Well, this is a two-part question. What did you learn about yourself, and what did you learn about your approach towards your next relationship or your next marriage? Like, so what?
I learned that I had absolutely no discernment. Absolutely.
Yes, right.
Learned
You were
that
young.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. My dad left when I was 5. He took his love
Mm,
with him. So I'm searching for dad. I'm searching for that love, that void. So when this man comes along who opens the door for me, asks me, do I need anything out the store? Baby, you want to go out of town this weekend? This stuff I ain't never seen. What you talking about? I'm gonna say, yeah. So I'm running after this that I never had. I didn't spend time with my father like talking about it. So this man is showing me things I ain't never seen before. So I was gullible, I was vulnerable. And so I learned that take your time. take
mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. If they're showing you they're Casanova, you better be in high alert. I didn't know that then,
Yeah,
but
those charmers, boy, those charmers will get you. Those
this
men with charm.
child, listen, he charmed me so good,
Yes.
very romantic. You better watch out
Mhm.
for that. He was so romantic. He cannot be beat with the romance. I'm gonna tell you that right now. To
Right.
this day, no man has beat him with romance. No man.
Mm,
That
mm.
he would show up with flowers. He would show up with jewelry, perfume. He's romantic.
And
And
you know
see,
what's on? Oh, sorry.
hey, baby, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I was going to insert this. It's so unfortunate because those things is something that you should expect from a man to do and not it being a red flag. But unfortunately, love bombing exists. And so you don't know who's genuine, who's
Yeah.
sincere. So you say sense of discernment. that's so important. But it's like how because like the stuff that you're talking about is what a man's supposed to come at you with. Those are some of the
Exactly.
things that they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, those are some of the things that lure you. That's how they those are the tactics that they use. It's a form of manipulation. So that's
Oh God, yes.
unfortunate. You don't know who's being manipulative or who's being sincere, and those who are coming in with good intentions, sometimes to get the
Yeah.
short end of the stick because we're
Yeah.
so guarded now. We're so guarded because we've been so
Yeah.
we're so tainted now.
I went
Yes, I
through
want
that.
to insert that real quick. Hmm.
No, yeah, that
Hmm.
everything you said is so true. Like that love bombing is something. And I was so young. I was coming straight out of high school. I didn't know. And my
Hmm.
mom was kind of happy for me because she saw that I was happy. But she told me, she said, that ain't your husband. Them
Oh,
mamas know, don't they? She didn't care if she hurt my.
yeah.
She said, don't you marry him. He ain't your husband.
Mm.
I was like, you a hater.
And
That's
that
what I.
and that drew you more to her. That drew you more to him. Yep. You
Oh
got closer to him after that, right? Yep. Uh
yes,
huh.
yes. I'm like the one time I'm getting happy. You talk about he ain't my husband, girl. Please.
Hmm.
I should have listened to her. I should have listened.
Hmm.
I should have. Mamas be knowing. Some
They
of them,
do. They
some
do.
mamas are haters, but some of them are genuinely got your best interests at heart.
Yes, that's true.
Um, so yeah, I should have listened to her. But then again, it's like, I'm glad I went through what I went through. It turned into domestic violence. Um,
Mm.
it lasted 7 years. I had two kids with him, two they're
Wow.
grown now.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't want to let the marriage go because I knew my mom and dad had broke up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna break this curse. I'm gonna break this too."
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
put yourself under that pressure. Don't do. Mm-mm.
no, you're thinking to your back of your
Yeah,
you
I don't understand.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying to my, excuse me one second. Water. This is what I'm saying to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna break this curse. I want my kids to grow up with their father,
Yes,
but I couldn't keep enduring it. I just couldn't do it
you
no more.
should. You're not supposed to.
No, no. And so, but yeah, I wouldn't. If that's why I did unauthorized love. The first red flag, she jetted. The first time he choked her, she didn't waste no time. She left. That movie and I hope that the women saw it like, oh, she left as soon as he hit her. Yeah, she didn't
Yes,
waste no time. What are you talking about? You're not gonna hit me and just keep on hitting me and staying in that. No, you leave the first time you see a sign of anger and all that stuff because it's rooted in something you don't know of, and so he needed some, probably some therapy and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, I would tell anybody who sees the red flag, leave immediately. Don't let
yes,
it simmer. Just go immediately. But I'm okay that I went through all that stuff to help me with the movies. That's how I write half of the movies. The stuff I've been through is where it comes from. You know, I don't come off nobody else's life. I come off of what I go through, and I just
absolutely.
put it into the movie. So yeah,
And I'm glad that you able to allow your kind of like art imitating life so to speak, and you're
hmm
able to draw from that
hmm
experience. So I do appreciate you kind of sharing that awareness.
yeah,
Because it's
absolutely.
very important. So like again, make sure you check out unauthorized love so you can understand where Delinda is coming from when it comes to not willing to settle. Don't settle
Exactly.
for don't settle for what you think, just because don't be stuck with the mentality of better having half a man than no man at all, or don't be stuck with those ideologies that your grandma and aunties back in the day used to give you, because they frown
Yeah.
upon divorce and they frown upon, you don't have to endure. We understand there are challenges in relationships. We get that.
Yeah.
You're going to be tested, but there's just certain things you don't have to endure.
Girl,
You don't
yes.
have to.
Please.
You don't. Yeah,
No.
so please, get rid of that barbaric way of thinking. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that with us, Delinda. So now right after high school, I think we get into I know you said you got married, but what else did you do after did you go to college? Did you work? Um what did you do
I
after
went
high school?
straight into I went straight into the work field because a year, well, not even a year, about 9 months later, I was pregnant. So I had to work immediately. And so
Yes.
I went straight into
You had to
retail.
do some adulting. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
I had to do this thing fast. I went straight to retail. I did not go to school, to college or anything. The writing had been put on the backboard burner. And then what happened was we was going to church heavily. And I remember going to a church, and this prophet was there, and she
Mm,
spoke to me, and she said that I was going to go all over the world writing, plays and movies, and that. She had already spoken it over my life, and it kind of just, I needed to hear that because it was God's voice telling me, get your tail back into where you need to be. And I still didn't do anything with it.
okay.
Even though I heard it, I didn't do anything with it. But I knew I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it is, the timing won't right. I couldn't do what I'm doing now with
Right.
that in. That was not going to happen because of the abuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Right.
wasn't going to be
Absolutely.
able to pour into anybody else because I needed to be poured into. So the timing wasn't right with that. So I did hear that I was supposed to do it. And I didn't do anything with that. And so for 7 years, of course, I was with him, and then we got a divorce. And then I met my second husband.
Okay. And so, can you give us a couple of things here? Um, can you give us what you've learned and what you carry, and how did you carry that into the courtship with your second husband? What was different this time around? Like, can you give us more of the backstory? 'Cause I like when people share their meetups. I like people to share their love story. I love to hear it.
I know. So,
Yeah.
well, I knew this one. I knew my second husband for years. We were sweethearts.
Okay.
So, so I knew him like back of my hand. And so, but we did decide to take everything slow. Like getting married was just not, we wasn't trying to rush into that. But we knew we loved each other. And so,
How did you know you loved each other? How did you know?
oh, we got history, honey. We got history
So
here.
we got history.
I'm talking childhood history, like 14 years old history. When
Oh, okay.
first found out that we had feelings for each other was when we was 14, and it kind of carried on. And we have been on it. We have been on and off for years in between
Oh,
all of this,
gotcha.
So we just, I don't know.
You kind of sound like Monique and her husband.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that sounds just like that.
it's some people, you know, you can't shake because of the chemistry, and like I said, we like right now we get along fine. We're not together anymore, but we get along fine. And there's no animosity, never has been, you know,
Okay.
never have been. Not with him.
Oh,
He's never
right.
put hands on me, never ever done nothing like that. Never. And it just didn't work out. But going into the marriage, we took it slow, but he did back everything I did. So when I first started doing the plays, he was right there. My second husband, he was right there. He was there when I started. So he knew when I basically answered the call, like to do what I'm doing today, and he was there.
That's
But
wonderful.
when you're doing this stuff, you sacrificing some stuff. Okay. So the person you with have to be able to sacrifice with you. Because
Yes,
if you
yes.
don't, y'all not gonna stay
It's
together.
not for the weak. Yeah, this game is not for the weak.
So that's kind of like the situation.
Mm.
Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I had to make sacrifices because I know where we were going, and if you can't see that, then you're not gonna work out anyways.
Right, right.
But like I said, I have nothing negative to say about him because he was there to support. He supported me from the beginning. He probably still supports me now. I think he watched a couple movies or something. But like, he was totally different from my first husband. Totally different. He didn't show no signs of hitting, or he was just not the same. Totally different.
Right, right.
Just totally different. And we like I said, we have childhood history. We met each other when we was 14. My mom went to his dad's church.
Okay.
How we met.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And so is it fair to say that y'all make much better friends than husband and wife? Y'all make much better friends. That happens. Yeah,
But I think I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say either or because we were friends before anything.
but it's different type of friendship. That's real about it. It's
Yeah.
different.
Our
Eh,
friendship is crazy. It's just hilarious. we know each other so well. We know what pushes our buttons and what don't. We know that. We we just know each other from being around each other all the time. But I think the marriage, um I'm gonna say it should have been some more praying. Put it that way.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only thing I can say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, but I'm just glad that you're
You're married, pray daily. Don't skip not one day. Put it that way. Because there's somebody out there don't want y'all together. That's a fact.
true, true.
That's a fact. My biggest advice would be to pray over your marriage daily. Don't skip one day. Don't give the devil a foothold. I promise you.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Pray over.
Mm-mm.
Don't think you okay. Please don't. Pray over your marriage daily. There is somebody who do not want you together.
Yeah,
And
so
my
do you want
advice.
to get married again, Delinda?
Of course.
Okay, okay, you believe, still believe in it. Okay.
Yeah, because see, you don't marriage is a ministry, and
Yes,
marriage is a
it
good thing.
can be.
Yeah, marriage is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. People make it bad. It's not a bad thing at all. You just want to be married to the right one. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, all right. So, now are you dating, or are you just kind of taking, just kind of taking some time for yourself? Because sometimes you just gotta be one with yourself. So
I
that's what you
tried.
are right now.
I tried the dating scene, and nowadays I don't know what this is. With
Yeah,
I,
I know. I know.
they're sending like all these photos at one time, and I'm like, so I called my friend. I said, "What is all this? What is the pictures coming for?" She bust out laughing. She said, "Miss K, this is what they do." I said, "I don't want to see them pictures. Why am I seeing all these pictures?" They send threads of pictures of them, and I'm like, I didn't ask for the pictures. So that's how long it's
But
been.
they DM you, or
They DM me. If I get interested, I'll exchange my number or whatever. And then here come the pictures, and I'm
these
like,
pictures.
what is the pictures? What is that? Am I that far gone that I don't know what's going on with the dating world? Because as soon as you started talking to somebody, the dudes will start sending pictures, and you're like, "What is this? I don't want to see all that. I don't want them pictures coming to me like that. Let's talk first. I'm
Oh,
old school.
right.
I'm old school. I don't got time for this young generation. They send a thread. They call it a thread. My
Yeah.
daughter's, well, that's what we
It's
do.
online. It's now it's online. You meet someone online, and yeah. But I know, like, yeah, a lot of people prefer, the old fashioned way, like you said.
I'm very
Yeah. Yeah.
listen. I'm old school. I love old school music. So if
Yes.
you know how to date me, you will have to understand I am not with this new stuff. Now I'm not old fashioned. The new stuff I just can't get down with.
So what you want? What do you want in a mate? What do you want in a person?
Well, first of all, they gotta understand what I'm doing. Because if you can't,
Oh yeah, so that yeah, facts.
you gotta automatically understand what I'm doing. I'm a hard worker, and this is what I do. What I'm looking for is, first of all, I want somebody to love God, because if you love God, you can love me correctly, and because that's my faith. And I want somebody who don't come up here telling no lies, because I'm gonna see right through you. That's how
Mm,
seasoned I am now. I'm gonna be able to
yes.
tell it off the rip. So don't
Hmm.
play no games. Don't come over here um looking at dollar signs, because that ain't gonna happen either. That don't look at me talking, oh, she got no, don't come over
That's
here
how to
trying.
flex. Yeah.
Please don't. You're gonna waste your
Yeah.
time. Because and it's not women like us that are successful, it's hard for us to date because men think we don't need
They
nothing.
threaten. They threaten. Yeah.
We do. We need
Yeah. Hmm.
emotional support, and we need a man to lead. It's not that even though we're doing something, don't mean y'all can't lead. Men think
Exactly.
they can't offer us anything, but they can.
Yes,
You
they
can
can.
lead. But they don't want to date us because we have so much going on now. You don't need, some of them won't even approach me.
Because
They
I
won't.
know deep down, I know, and I'm not surprised, Dylan, because you know why, and I still feel like this to this day. They don't, men don't really like us like that. I stand by that so wholeheartedly. They don't like us. If it wasn't for us being able to bear children and being able to have certain sexual capabilities, they don't like us like that. They really don't. They really don't.
That is so funny because it's so true.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you see where I'm coming from. Okay.
Oh, they don't like that. They don't like us like that.
They
I
don't.
agree with you. They don't, because they would have some act right with them. They would have some act right with them. But you know, I don't put myself out there to date because I just don't got time to waste. I'm at a good place in my life right now.
Good.
Please don't come over here
Okay.
wasting my time. Don't come over here wasting my time now. Now I've had
Hmm.
guys reach out to me now, but I can't stand how the conversation starts.
How
I'm
they
not.
start? How they starting?
How you doing? Every one of them is the same thing. Is how you doing? It's
What's
nothing.
going on?
No, there's nothing different. I
Oh, okay.
I like different because that's so generic. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had this one guy inbox me and he was different. I instantly had a connection with him, but he had a girlfriend. And when I found
Mm.
her, girl,
Ah. Yeah.
don't even play with me like that.
Mm.
Saying, but he was the one that was different.
Right.
So we
Yeah.
know, we know you gonna ask how you doing. Do something totally different, because we're not regular women. Don't do the same thing everybody doing. Don't do that. Be creative.
Right.
Women are not creative anymore. They just in your inbox. What you got going on today? I'm like, okay,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Do something creative. You if you've been watching my page long enough, you should see interest. Be creative. I mean,
Right.
all I'm saying, but they don't know how to do that. They don't
Yeah.
take.
No. Yeah. Show that interest. Like really show interest. Don't
That's
just
all I'm
go
saying.
along to get along. Yeah. Just
That's
show
not the
interest.
generic stuff. You can get
Right.
doing all day long from different men. I'm talking about be creative, and they're not doing that. So when I see it, it's just another random guy who's saying how you doing, and that's
All
not what.
right. All right. So you hear that? You hear that? You guys. Delinda Kay. Be original. That's
Yes,
what she's saying. Be original.
it's
Yes.
not that I'm
Come
stuck up.
correct.
I ain't got time to. No, I'm not stuck up by any means. I'm not a stuck up person. I will talk to anybody, but the ones that just do the same old thing in the inbox, I ain't gonna.
No, right. You have the right. No, I mean, it's not about being stuck up. It's about knowing what you want, and understanding your worth. I mean, like you
Yeah,
said, I mean, you know, the games are over. Like, we're not in our 20s. I mean, come
no,
on.
come on,
No.
be real.
Come with it. Exactly. No, I agree. Just come with it.
Yeah,
But I think also we have to also consider the fact that it's not as easy for men either. Let's
no,
just be real about it, because these
yeah.
women out here are not, you know, yeah,
We just had this conversation with my
yeah.
mom. Yeah.
They are not they don't make them like they used to. Like they're just not where they need to be at this. I'm gonna just put it that way. I'm gonna try to be as dignified as possible. They're not where they need to be. They're not
Exactly.
doing what they're supposed to do in their part. Do your
Exactly.
part, ladies. That's what my point. Do your part. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's right. That's right.
Play your role. Play your part. You
Exactly.
know. And my pastor just talked about this past Sunday. He's not saying that you can't uh, you know, um, be your own person, but stop having this boss chick mentality to the point where you're so independent, you're so all about yourself to where you're not willing to submit yourself to that person. And like you said about the man being the head, but that they gotta know how to play that role.
That's right.
Play your part. Just play your part.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.